Hello friends, welcome to the Drive the World channel. Let us discuss about the important factor of plastic product design. Let's see the important factor of plastic product design. Designing a plastic part for manufacturability involves many important factors that touch on all areas of part design, tooling, material, and production. First, it is essential to build part around a functional need by keeping design intent or end use in the mind. Consider weight reduction and the elimination of fabrication and assembly steps, improving structural component, reducing cost, and getting product to the market quicker. Here are some important factors to be considered in a meet your plastic part design goal for successful production process. First is radius. Radius should be always be the consideration in regards to the part thickness, eliminating the likelihood of area of high stress and possible breakage of the parts. A general rule of thumb is that the thickness at a corner should be in the range of zero point 0.9 times the nominal thickness of to the 1.5 to the nominal thickness of the part. See, this is a picture of the radius. This is a stress riser corner, and this is thickness. This is totally wrong design. If you want to correct design, we can provide the radius at the corner. The radius is at zero point 0.5 into thickness at the inner side and 1.5 into thickness at the outside of the thick. It's totally related to the thickness of the part. Second is the wall thickness. Designing your part so that the wall thickness is consistent can help avoid many parts defects that can occur during the manufacturing process. When plastic melts, it flows to the areas at least resistance. If your part has inconsistent thicknesses throughout, the melt may flow into the thick area first depending on gate location. When this occurs, the thin area may not fill properly. Additionally, thicker area tends to cool more slowly and are at for void or shrinkage defects. Designing your part with rounded corners will be also add in the proper filling of the part during the molding process. Third is gate location. Gates are critical to ensuring the resin flow properly into the mold. These small components of your design are what directs the flow of resin from the runner to then the distributed through the part. Types of gate and placement has a important impact on the part overall quality and visibility. This red arrow showing gates and this is a part and this is flow rate of the mold melt material melted plastic material. This is overall heat generation, maximum heat generation at this part, and this green part showing the material flow is flowing through the blue area. Next is draft. Draft is the amount of taper on the vertical wall of the plastic part. Without draft, a part may not be ejected from the mold or may sustain the damage during the ejection. Typically, a draft angle between 1 degree and 2 degree are required, but can vary depend on part restriction and specification. This is the incorrect design without draft, and this is the correct design of draft on part design. This is 0.5 degree draft angle which is provided on plastic part. On the rib design, this is a 0.5 degree minimum draft angle provided on rib, and on boss this is 0.5 degree minimum slant angle or draft angle provided. This total draft guideline. 5. Fifth is inclusion of ribs. A plastic part that has been designated with minimal wall thickness will not be strong as thicker part, which is why the inclusion of rib may be needed to the help reinforce part. Fifth is inclusion of ribs. A plastic part has been designed with a minimal wall thickness will not be as strong as thicker part, which is why the inclusion of ribs may be needed to help reinforce the part's strength. Depending on the material used, rib thickness should be between 50 to 70% of the relative part thickness to the avoid sink mark. To avoid sinking, designers may cover out material to reduce the defect risk. This is a inclusion of rib. This is 0.6 thickness of the rib. Radius is 1 and this is height, and height is equal to twice of thickness. And mold degree draft is less than 1 degree. Next is mold shrinkage. The shrinkage that occur during the plastic part molding can process with be as such the 20% by volume. Crystalline and semi-crystalline material are most prone to thermal shrinkage. Amorphous material are known to shrink less. Here are a few easy to way avoiding molding shrinkage issue. This is real part, and this is a shrinked part. Adjust the formulation. Adjust the mold design to get the dimension you want to based on the expected shrinkage that will occur. Optimize the processing parameters such as molding, temperature, melt temperature and injection, speed, pressure, time and cooling time. This is the panel, and this is operable panel to the control the speed, pressure, time and cooling time. Special features. Plastic part should be designed so that mold tool open and eject the part easily. When the part is released, two sides of the injection mold separate in the opposite direction. When special features like hole undercut and shoulder prevent the release from happening, it may be required that side action be incorporated into the design. Side action pull coring in direction other than the direction of the mold separation. This adds flexibility to the part design and at times may increase the cost of the mold. Working with an experienced plastic injection molder and engineering team is a critical component to avoiding many issues that can occur during design and development process. If you keep this factor in mind during the design process and align with knowledgeable plastic engineer, you will be on track to get your product to market quicker and within your budget.